you got to be careful how you choose your heroes,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
So part of
you
me
were
thought
Hunter
that
Thompson?
what's that?
You were Hunter S. Thompson? Who were you?
Yeah, I loved Hunter, right? That's one of the first people I sent the tape to.
That's funny.
And he called me back at home.
Great.
I can't tell you how fast my heart was
I can only
beating,
imagine.
that he would take the time to call me and tell me what he thought. And
You had no relationship with him?
none.
And what did he say?
God, I can't even remember precisely what he said then, right? But it was very glowing.
Great.
In his Hunter type of way. I did get to hang out with him a few years later in New Orleans, and that was quite a night.
Is he a cautionary tale or a best case scenario? What do you think then? What's your arc been in terms of what you make of that style and that lifestyle?
Well,
because that guy can write his ass off.
Just a brilliant writer, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the persona he backed himself up into, it cost you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Cost him. I remember walking in the bar that night in New Orleans, and his head was just down on the bar, and he was just beside himself. And he was in the pain, and he was saying all of his friends are past and gone, and what's the point? And I don't want to feel like I'm name dropping, but I was with Sean Penn that night, and Sean got him, was like, come on, don't stop talking like that.
Yeah.
Like, snap out of it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And we picked up his doctor bag. Well, Sean picked it up. His famous doctor bag.
Yeah.
I was hoping to pick it up. But we went back to his room, right? And he came out of his shell because everyone started reading from The Curse of Lono. And it was like a lot of, his editor was there, a lot of some other actors and actresses. And it was all kind of a celebration of his words and
kind of impromptu.
Yeah, we were sitting in a circle. Reading from The Curse of Lono. And I kept passing on it because I was blitzed, right? I was shithoused. And, I was pilled up. I was drunk. And he reached in his bag and threw me a big thing of pills. And I just downed a few without looking. And I said, Vicodin? And he's like, yeah. It was like little respect, which is a terrible fucking thing to be able to do.
That's
right?
Hilarious.
Terrible.
Yeah, you guessed it. And he was like, yeah,
wow, this guy's okay. Yeah.
It's my kind of guy. But
eventually he took umbrage and he's like, you got to read. And everything that I was fearing happened. Like I stumbled on some Hawaiian words and he's like, well, I don't know what's going on. He's usually very bright. And I was like, and because I'm gripped with anxiety anyway, right? Yeah. That's one of my blocks.
Yeah.
Then all the things I had feared came true. And I don't know.
What do you think back then though? Like, do you think this is so fucking cool, I can't stand it, and I love having this lifestyle?
What?
Around that period where you like, this is what we play for. We're doing.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking very deeply about what I was doing to myself and the ramifications on my family.
When you look back, what do you think you were doing? You were just adjusting to fame?
That's really putting a happy face on it.
I
felt like I had lost a little control, and it took a few years before I wanted to gain control, right? Before I wanted to pull myself together, before I saw like, shit, you got to like reel it in.
Like, so it sounds like a version of self-destruction.
It never got to like extreme.
Yeah.
What I consider extreme, but it's good that I reeled it in,
Yeah. Okay. So when you say pick your heroes wisely, did you sort of have a shift consciously of like, all right, that didn't That's a bad ending. Or
Well, my heroes still stayed my heroes, right? But I just could look at them more from a 360 point of view as opposed to, just glorifying them. Because I remember I was in New Orleans and Hunter called me again, and he was wanting to go home and
to Wyoming or
Colorado, Woody Creek. Do you know anyone that's flying back? And I said, let me check. And I found, to see who's flying that direction. And oddly enough, it was Jessica Simpson flying that direction.
Great.
And I called them back. I'm Hunter, there's a private plane going back. But by that time, he had found a plane to get back. He was really wanting to get back. And I think less than, 4 to 6 weeks later, he'd taken his life. And I think that's why he was wanting to get back. And it's pretty jarring, seem like that in the end.
This is shortly after your night with him?
Yeah.
And was that a bit of a wake-up call, or was it just more gradual than that?
More gradual.
Hey, did you like that? Did you like that? Yeah, did you like it though? You want more? Don't want to work? Would rather watch videos of me grab-assing with people? First of all, go up here to subscribe, and then go up here to watch more clips. This is like when the weatherman says that there's a high pressure system coming in. I'm not really used to the green screen.